This here is an island on our duck pond. We want to shoot on that island in the duck shooting season. The only problem is the only access to that island is by boat. Now we've come up with a mad scheme to build a walkway to this island to make it easier to get onto it. Not any walkway, but a floating walkway. The problem is none of us are engineers, none of us are builders. So join us as we stumble along trying to make this crazy idea a reality. Voila! Look at that! This here is the entrance canal to our swamp and our ponds. So the first job here, once we got in with the motorbike and the timber that we need to take in, is pump the boats up. Our big job today and our goal for today is to get all that 200 by 50 timber into the pond, and that's what we are going to build our walkway out of.
The old days we'd have just paddled.
Yeah. Strange enough, we got older and wiser, eh? That's floating all right.
Bit nose down.
Bit nose down, yeah.
Swing back.
Yeah. Nose is heavy, eh? Still, we're not having to paddle.
Yeah. We're on our way, man.
We are on our way.
We were lucky enough on the way in as well to see a New Zealand dab chick or grebe. These are pretty cool little birds. They do a lot of diving. They dive and grab little mollusks and bugs and stuff out of the water. It's really good to see them in the swamp. We've had a few dry years and they sort of disappeared a bit, but they've come back into the swamp, and it's great to see them.
Rex looking like a spring chicken. It's the timber here. So that's the duck loo. That's where we shoot from. And we want to put the floating bridge across here so we can walk to the island. Before we were having a boat across the pond here onto the other side and get on and off the island that way. But we've come up with this mad scheme, making a floating walkway so we can walk across without having to hop into a boat. It's the theory anyway, and we'll see if we can make it work. It's one thing in the swamp that you can always come up with crazy ideas. This here used to be the old loo here. But we've changed the theory, and now we're going to shoot over in that loo there. We did last year and it was really good. So that's the theory, and we're going to have a walkway across here. Just got to build it and see if it'll work.
Now when I talk about a loo, I'm not talking about a toilet. In New Zealand, duck shooters use hides or mai-mais, or we call them loos, duck loos. It's what we sit in and hide while we try and get the ducks close enough to shoot at. So when I refer to it as a duck loo, it's definitely not a toilet. So we mucked around the first day using the timber we had brought in, trying to figure out the process and how exactly we're going to build this walkway, because at this point it was just sort of a rough discussion and a sort of vague idea. So at the end of the day we had sort of put an idea together, bolted some things together, and I think we were starting to get a plan of what we needed to do. To get to the landing where we launch the boats from, it does take a little bit of a motorbike ride across some paddocks and along the riverbank, and then we get back into the landing. Then we can roll out the boats, pump them up again. We've got a bit of a load of some palings here. We're going to use them on the walkways. That's going to be the actual planks for the walkways. There's my nephew Connor and Rexy again, and we're just paddling into the entranceway to our pond. You can see we generally take a couple of boats in, load them up, and then paddle in with the other boat. These here are mussel buoys, and this is what started the crazy idea of making a floating walkway. That's what's going to keep it afloat. These are the mussel buoys in their natural environment. Basically, they have big ropes on them and they seed mussels on them and grow mussels. But we've got our hands on some, and we're going to use these to float a walkway. Our first job is we've got to link two of these buoys together and then run the walkway down the middle, as you saw previously. That's our scheme. So we're going to link them together with lengths of 100 by 100 posts, and then we're going to bolt and clamp them together.
No, you're right, don't panic. Beautiful. And the other end.
I hope they're fucking straight.
Yeah, I'm talking now. That's get a bit. You're making it. That's making you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm going to hammer around you. Come on.
Put some hair on it. Well, originally I thought we'd only put 4x2s on here.
Yeah. That is weird, isn't it? I think they were along the bolts.
Well,
They must have.
that's the only explanation.
Yep.
Tighten your nuts.
Tighten your nuts, Connor. Get your hand out of your pocket and tighten those nuts. Lovely, lovely. Alright, we have a couple of bolts through there, Connor. Actually, here's your end.
Actually, if we were tight asses, we could put these two together, look.
Still work just as good, eh?
Yeah.
A couple of washers, Rexy. 4 washers, please. You can take the bolts off, hold your board, and we'll stand it up. Want to pull it forward? There you go. That's it. Better to work like that than off the ground. Those big fatties can't get over our guts anymore. Oh, I filmed Connor in action. Action man.
Action man.
He's the only good-looking young bloke here that it'll get me views and likes.
Likes, yeah.
Who's that young chap? I'm only used to that really old fat guy. As long as I get the subscriptions and likes, eh, Connor?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you take your shirt off?
I don't think anyone wants to see that.
We can dub a. Yeah, I can crop something on.
Yeah.
You know?
Get a 6-pack of cans on the belly there, eh?
You didn't bend a nail over, did you, Rex?
I tried.
You want me to get the frying pan?
Hope you're not fucking recording this one.
It's for posterity. Oh, you got that one all right.
We'll just say that it's bent over just so it doesn't let out.
So this was the first walkway that we built on day one. We're just putting the planking on it, get that completed, and then we can link up the floating buoys onto them.
120 something. Yeah, perfect.
You get a good shot of that Milwaukee going at the top.
Milwaukee working.
Then I can say to Sharon, see, this is why I bought it. Okay, so save your husband fucking looking like a sad sack.
We're real builders because we're using professional tools. That's why we can say this is professional built.
You're saying your video not sponsored by Milwaukee?
No, you hear that, Milwaukee? It's not sponsored, but I'll be happy to sell my soul.
These are post brackets, and we're going to utilize them for suspending the walkway above the floating buoys.
Just waiting for the fall to happen.
See?
Working beautiful.
Hell.
Yeah.
This.
Get that on camera. Get that on. No,
Yeah.
grab that corner one.
No, Connor, you get the middle.
I got it, man. Look at it.
Now, when you step back, watch the boards behind you.
This is light, isn't it?
No, it's a lot easier with three, eh? Spin around. Just walk it up. Walk it up and out. Yeah, no, right.
Yeah, mate. I'm pretty good at lying on my back. I prefer sleeping in my chair at work.
I think that looks pretty good.
Oh, I didn't remember that one.
I can't remember the movie actually. Yep. Yep.
See all the fun your dad missed today?
I know.
Yeah, I know. It's almost worth coming in just to play with all these new toys, eh?
We can fucking make him jealous for that, you know. Tomato juice, not cranberry.
Flip her up. That's it.
Fucking needed that last weekend, actually.
It's the top here. One in there, Connor. Right there.
Right there. Okay.
Right, I'm going to turn this in. Tell me when it's aligned to that board.
Oh, yep. Keep going. Keep going. But more.
No, let me do it this way.
Yeah, yep. Keep going. Just spit. Oh, that'll do it.
Now the timber is H4 treated, so it is suitable for outdoor application and being buried in the dirt if we wanted to. But we did get it cheap, and we got it cheap because there are twists and warps in it, so they're not the greatest quality timber, but with a bit of work and a bit of adjustment here and there, they're still very structurally sound and they will do a great job. We just have to sort of work our way around the twists and warps.
Just burning the newness off it.
Yeah, maybe. I can smell it here.
The screws we're using are 100mm galvanised lag screws, so they're big donkers, so they've got lots of holding power and do a great job putting everything together.
Look at that. Well done, boys.
So, 1 bar.
1 bar, yep.
It's still going.
Look at that.
We pre-drill the holes in the walkway. These holes are for the bolts for the fence brackets to go through, and this is what the walkway is suspended over the floating buoys with.
I should have done that better, eh? Give me a minute. This is this blackberry, eh? Yeah, it goes like that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, let me come down here, Connor.
Come this way, Connor.
Yep, come down. Alright, pick it up. Oh, wait a minute. One bloody bush. Water for it. Boat.
You need to,
Our way.
need to
Pull it that way a little bit. Want a hammer?
Yep. Here we go. Beauty.
Cool. Did you cut the square, Rex?
Yep.
Fucking.
Well, everyone says I've got fucking square eyes. I was hoping it would balance out.
There'd be enough weight.
Yeah. But it's not going to balance out enough.
Too much of a hinge point, eh? Alright.
You can see here we've come across our first really big stumbling block. While everything's stable and floating, there's a bit of a problem with the hinge in the centre of the link to the two walkways. We did a bit of head scratching and figuring out, trying to work out how to fix this problem, which we do come to a solution and fix it, but you'll have to watch. That's later on in the video.
I don't know whether we've got a post or something.
Yeah,
Jam a post down
a post and nail
it onto the post to hold that end up.
So now it's the moment of truth. We've tied it up to the boat, and Connor and I are going to then paddle it across the pond and try and get it into position of where we want it.
Jab it in the mud, Connor, and use the mud as a pushing. That's it. That's better. We got it. Yep. That's it. Keep going.
Yeah, you should hit the tree now. You should be pretty good now.
Yep. We're moving. Woo, woo. Beautiful. All right, spin around. Fucking hell, that's working. Woo-hoo-hoo! Now just keep going.
Yeah, okay.
Go around the island. Yep, that's it. Okay, woo woo. Look at that. Okay, go forward a little bit.
Where you are now, Wayne, is where the buoys.
Yeah, it's going to go in here, eh? Yep. We'll have to get a rope out of the shed or something and tie it to the island. It's hot out here, eh? All right. You go right, I go left. I'm glad we did it though. Because now it's there, it's going to be easier to position. If we lost more water, it's going to be a bit more challenging. No, go around more. No, go around more. We're going to get, this is the shallow area.
Oh, that.
No, where the other boat is. That's where we want to be going in. That's so far. Connection on the other side, waiting to be linked to the island, but that's looking pretty good. Alright, so these are the two walkways in the floating buoy. Now, while it's all sitting there and then there's no weight on it, it all sits nicely. Of course, as soon as someone walks on it, this end of the buoy comes down with the weight coming down the walkway, and this end of the buoy lifts up. And because they're floating, it goes like this. Now this line here represents the board, and what generally happens is they will bottom out on those boards and stop at that point. But of course that's a massive step, and it's it's not viable. Alright, now the reason we left them floating like this on a flexible pivot on the floating buoys is because we have big floods come through, plus it dries out. So some of these buoys may actually sit on the land. So we want the ability that when the water drops and it sits on the land, you still have movement on the walkway. Because if it was rigid and then you had half the walkway come down, it would just tear itself to bits. So that's why we've left it flexible. So what we are thinking of doing is putting a bracket on across here. So I'll make up a little bracket, we'll put that on and see what it looks like. As we put a steel plate through the middle of the walk, connecting the two walkways together, we fix it on one side of the walkway and we have it swiveling on the other side of the walkway. This can't lift up like it was before. So before, when the weight come on there, this then lifted up. But because they're actually connected now, they can't lift up. Of course, as you walk along it, they then centralise, and then you go across onto this one, and the same thing. This can't lift up out of the way. So that's our solution to the problem.
This is the main shed. This is where we sleep and cook and eat at night and relax. And during the day we're going to be on the island shooting. So this will be eventually the path to our bridge that we can take to get onto our island.
Oh, hey. See? Works.
Yeah, no, you can shoot off.
Yeah, no, she's all good.
We have to have high walls though.
We're gonna have 20 people shooting. Yeah, yeah, all lined up on the bridge.
I'm glad to see it's wide enough to get the Zimmer frame across.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the scooter. We've got to get the scooter.
The swan love it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah, that's what we've got to fix today.
I noticed you didn't put the one back in.
Yeah.
This will be fun.
Yeah, this will be bloody entertaining, eh?
Are you coming out?
I'm getting there.
Before you get onto this beam, mate. Hold on, I'm swapping over.
All right. Oh, did I miss that?
This one's making a lot of air bubbles.
No. And sit on the buoy.
Hold on, that means I'm going to go up. Well, hang on. Yeah, there you go. You're right.
Oh,
No, I think you're going to have to work from the
here. Look.
There, eh? Yep.
Yep. No, that's all right.
Pass me the hammer. You hold the plate on.
Ooh. Yep. Another one should go straight through. Oh.
Hold it here. Wing that up.
Okay. Yep, okay.
Again.
You can see here the improvement in our plan. We've actually got 2 plates which are bolted onto the walkway, and then those 2 plates are linked together in the middle. So we have a pivot point in the middle, which allows that walkway to flex and move, while the plates are locking the 2 walkways together. It stops them stepping up like
Yeah, that's
we were
fixed
having
today.
before.
Okay.
You're quite fat, eh?
Yeah.
Is that recording?
Oh, you're hurting my feelings. I'm feeling.
Now you're telling me you got feelings.
I'm feeling stressed.
Use the rudder. Can't have those breaking halfway through shooting season, eh?
No.
Can't really do maintenance if you're shooting shit.
Shooting shit. No maintenance. No time for maintenance. Okay.
Oh, look at that. He's aggressive over there.
Cutting every. Is someone controlling him?
You happy?
Yeah, right there. Plenty of nuts though. Ductron landing.
No, Rex is on the reciprocating saw. Ow! Oh, it's a boo-boo.
They got a boo-boo.
Yeah, load 'em up, lock 'em up.
Now we got to
do for this one is you need to be on this
the
side,
side.
as well,
Yep.
and let that pop up a little bit if it works.
Yep,
Just-
look at that.
ooh, look at this, eh? A bit more.
Look at that. Fatty, eh?
There goes Fatty, eh? See,
There
I
goes
told
Fatty.
you, Ronnie, he's fatter. Right?
Where's our pen, you bastard?
Just shift the fat around.
Shift the fat around.
That's all we've got to do.
You're fat shaming.
Eh? You might.
You're fat shaming me.
It's all right. There's a reason there's no birds in this fucking pond, eh? We're all in the same boat.
Yeah, no DEI in here.
2, 2 and 2. We all ready? Far bolt?
Yep.
Far hole?
Far hole, beautiful.
Eh? There's a joke about that, but not
Not on camera, eh? There'd be a lot of bleeping and no one would know what the hell we're talking about.
a bit of a stretch for me to get that one, eh?
Alright, you should be able to get the other one straight in.
Same joke.
Same joke. Fingers. You notice I was a little bit nervous then?
Same joke, eh? Anyway.
Anyway. There we go, people.
Oh. Dude.
All right.
Change the bit over while you're there. It's in there.
All right.
I think that might be the one actually.
You sure?
We could do that, eh? Open that gap so it closes that gap a bit, eh?
It's not in here, Andrew. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. The bit's in there. Oh no, it's in my hand.
fucking. What a dick.
That's another joke.
Another thing.
Another joke.
Another joke, that.
I've moved it a little bit, eh?
There you
Open
go.
this gap
Open
up.
the gap up a bit.
Will that be alright?
It doesn't matter. Look at that, eh? Oh. Woo! Look at that.
If we both come down here, so we can follow each other out.
Yep.
Now, look at that.
Yep. It's not. Look at that.
And that's what we want, eh?
Yep. Yeah, this is quite tricky, this bit, eh?
Yeah, and it's going to be one at a time, eh?
Yeah.
You want me to pull that back a bit?
No.
I'll stand still, Wayne.
All right. This isn't as stable when it's not got all the boards on it, eh?
Hang on. We'll fold it down onto the ground here.
Because my both hands are bloody full.
Yeah,
I'll drop the Milwaukee first.
Why don't you turn the camera off, eh?
No, it's still running. Fatty number 2. I got to get this.
I think I'm a bit
Delicate, you know. Hey? Looks like a ballet dancer, didn't he?
It's got a bit of a wobble on it.
What, your belly or the bridge?
The belly, yeah, all of it.
I like his neck instead of neck.
All I can hear is his arsehole clenching. So we've now attached it to this side. We'll put a walkway into where the old loo was there. Uncle Andrew there, he's putting up the last of the boards on that strip of the walkway. So
Should I tell that dirty joke now?
yeah. So now we got to clear these toys out of the way and figure out how we're going to attach this end onto the island. Whew. So this is our hunting loo here. This is where we shoot out of. Hence why we wanted to put the walkway in, because before we used to come across in the boats, as you can see, land in here. But putting a walkway in, it means we can walk in and out without having to drag gear and boats across, which is going to be a lot more convenient. And hell, what else are you going to do with a whole lot of muscle boys? I know, coming together. Along the path here. This is the old loo, and here we go. Check it out, everyone. Our new walkway. So this whole section here that you can see, this whole section here from that lip area there, the two boards running up here, they're all hinged on bolts. So what will happen is when they flood, which will come up to this line here, is probably as deep as the flood, this whole lot will lift up, and then it'll come back down with the flood. So it'll just float with the water. Same with a drought, and if the pond drops, it'll all just sink with the water and then come back up as the water comes in. But that's hinged from here. It's all linked together. You know, we've got a bit of a lip here, but that's more to do with the warpness of the boards we were using, but we didn't use high quality boards. But that's all locked together. You can see the swan shed all along the walkway here. They're already using it as a roosting spot, which is really cool. Yeah, so that's brilliant. That looks fantastic. That's a great job. Yeah, check it out. Not bad for some muscle buoys, some timber, a few brackets, and a crazy idea. We now have a walkway across the pond. Not too shabby, eh? Not too shabby at all. Pretty impressed with that, really. Can't complain. It's going to do the job. Stable as hell. No worry about falling off it. But yeah, it works really great. Fantastic. Nice and safe, nice and stable. As Andrew said, you could get a Zimmer frame across it. Alright, on to the next project.
And sugar free.
Yeah, no, get me a low alcohol
Soy latte.
soy latte. Oh, there's a beer spillage. What's going on there?
Got snickered by the axe.
Oh, okay. Oh, Uncle Andrew caused the drama.
Do we have a spade?
There's a shop in the
Beautiful. Thank you, lad.
generator house. It took me a little while.
Oh, did you find the rat? Yeah.
Oh fuck. That's great.
Oh, Jesus, that's good. Well done, lads.